Hello everyone, this is Mystery View with a video from back to my roots, I guess. And of course, I've been baking this for the last few days, getting the glue to dry and that. And what happens, bugger me, yesterday, the Mac Daddy of cards, Danny Maddy, put up a video showing you how to make a card table, which kind of pisses on my ghetto style way of what I've done. Anyway, this is a £3, £54 mat from China. They're pretty thin and shitty and doesn't really have much give when you push into it. So I'm using this as basically a way of upcycling this to make it a bit better. And I popped to Dunelm, got a couple of bits and dabs. The one thing popped in my mind, because we've got one in our in our hall. It's a mat. It's made of recycled material. It's rubber on the base, so it will sit nicely and won't move on any surface. Some felt, which already had in the house, and that's it. The marble mat, you get them in various sizes, doesn't really matter on the colour, and I say rubber backing, and it's not too thick with the pile on top. So that is going to be my base, rather than having to get a base, a middle bit, and then the top. Folds up quite nicely, so you can roll it up. Obviously once the mat is glued on, it's going to be a bit more awkward, which you'll see later. Focusing is a bit shit because the light isn't great when I was filming, and it struggles with focusing on a black mat for some reason. Anywho, I glued it on with this heavy duty adhesive. Very good. It's almost instantaneously bonds, but I would suggest you don't do it naked, because if you get this stuff on your pubes, it's a bugger to get off. Obviously the only problem is the edging that you'll see. You can still see the pile that I've cut. However, when you're looking at it up from the top, you can't see it. And basically I glued it on and then cut it round to there you go. Looks a bit shit from that side. From the edge. I mean, I could probably, I don't know, black marker pen or something, I guess, just to colour the edges in, but I'm not really that fussed. I don't perform to anybody. Well, not card tricks anyway, just for your mum. And as I say, it's got quite a nice padded feel to it now. Because I was looking at the ones on Vanishing Ink and Penguin Magic and all the various places, and they're all like 25, 30 quid. Now, I don't do much in the way of cards these days, but I've kind of started to get into doing bits and dabs again, so I thought I'd make my own rather than fork out. And this is a nice blue one I got. This is about £8, £59 from Amazon. Again, exactly the same. I used the Dunelm thing at the bottom, but this time I didn't put the felt in the middle, because I felt this one, excuse the pun, it rolls up but not very well. This one rolls up a bit better because it's a bit thinner, and you still get a nice decent spongy feel when you're shuffling or doing stuff with your fingers on top. But again, it's you know, it's a little bit bigger, nice size. That's what she said. And that's the first two proper ghetto style ones. Again, still the same problem with the edging. Find some way of colouring that in, maybe. Yeah, there's not much difference between the two. Okay, now you may be wondering what that is on the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Is why have I got some cards in a cup of water? Well, it's because a subscriber recently asked if my ridiculously popular carbon fibre playing cards, which are clearly plastic, he asked if they were waterproof. Now, I guess you can get plastic coated cards which wouldn't be waterproof. Gibran, I think his name was, can't remember. But thanks for the question. And yes, they are waterproof, my friend. They are completely plastic and not plastic coated. Okay, here is the big boy of the video. And this is what I led up to trying to make those first two to make sure I could do it properly. Under this, you won't see it. You'll see it on the back. It's the wooden dealing card thing that I have on all my videos with a piece of felt on. I bought it from somebody for like £4. However, I've done exactly the same. I've glued on the Dunelm mat. I've actually put 2 layers of that felt on, covered it with the green stuff, which I'll talk about in a minute, and then proper ghetto, Gorilla gaffer taped the fabric onto the back. I did glue the mat and the felt on to everything, and I did glue the top onto the felt, but to hold it in place or underneath, I've done that gaffer tape. And this is, I think it's called a headliner fabric. It wasn't that expensive, and it's microfiber rather than felt, because I really like the colour. I'm just trying to show you something that I was trying to practice. It doesn't quite grip the cards on the corner for doing that. I don't know what it's called. Assad had it on his channel some years ago. It's easy to do on a felt backed soft top, but not so much on this. But that's the only thing you can't do on this. I really like the colour. I really like the fact you get the different shades between left and right, and as you can see, it's quite a nice size, as your mum said, for doing anything with. So yeah, it's a microfiber. I think it's called a car headliner, and this was an olive green colour. I just bought it because I really like the colour. I'm going to pop up in a minute. I'll pop some music on so you haven't got to keep listening to my voice. What I did with the backing, that again from, I'm not sponsoring Dunelm, but I got it from Dunelm. It's like a blue leatherette. Well, it is not like a blue leatherette. It is a blue leatherette piece of material, which I have glued on the back to hide all that horrible gaffer tape. So here we go. Okay, and that's the finished article. I think it's come out really nicely. I managed to clean the excess glue off with some white spirits. Just wiped it down, and did get a tiny bit on the top of this. It's on the very edge, so it's not too bad. I'm just trying to find a way of getting that off, but I might not be able to. But I'm really pleased with the results, considering this has cost me, I guess, at maximum, absolute maximum, 30 quid. I think it's turned out fantastically well. Well, I do, but hey ho. It's perfect size to pop on my lap if I'm just sitting on the settee watching TV or something, or it's not something you could really take somewhere, but you can see there, it's a really nice size to get a full decent spread. Alrighty then, peeps. I am in the process of making one more. It's going to be a smaller one, again with this microfiber topping. So I will pop that video up as well. Anybody got any comments or any ways of making it any better, or giving me some tips, feel free to slot it in the comments. Thank you all for watching. Take care. Catch you later.